Today we're going to be talking about programmatic advertising. Here is a spot from Adobe that shows us what can go wrong when we're not paying attention to analytics, and it's also a play on programmatic advertising.
Peter, come take a look at this.
Mr. Daniels, look at this.
The numbers, they keep getting bigger and bigger.
Clicks are off the charts.
Yeah.
Yoshi, it's Walter. We're back.
I need more trees, I'll get you more trees.
Hey, take a look at Woodfolk.
Everything you got to Woodfolk right now.
He really loves that thing.
Programmatic advertising is the topic of our lecture for today, as well as key performance indicators, which relate directly to analytics in advertising. So what is programmatic ad buying? It is the use of software to buy digital ad space in opposition to using humans to negotiate digital ad space. We try to focus with programmatic ad buying on what we call micro moments, which are intent-rich moments when preferences are shaped and decisions are made by consumers.
Traditional advertising was like selling surfboards to the landlocked. You could reach a lot of people, but not always the right people, who actually want and need what you're offering. Programmatic marketing changed that. Programmatic marketing gives advertisers a more intelligent way to connect with consumers, one-to-one. It's based on the buying and selling of online advertising. Here's how it works. Advertiser Totally Tubular wants to sell more surfboards. So it hires a programmatic marketing platform which is able to identify online consumers by demographics, geography, interests, behaviors, time of day, weather, and device. For Totally Tubular, these consumers live within 3 minutes of a beach, are highly educated, and consume surfing content across multiple devices while on their lunch break on sunny days. That kind of consumer is of huge value to Totally Tubular. Targeting those exact consumers with old school advertising, challenging to say the least. There's no problem for a programmatic marketing platform like Acuity Ads. It uses real-time first and third-party data to identify the best online audience for the campaign. It then buys digital ad inventory through an auction, one impression at a time across multiple devices, in places the audience cares about. And if needed, through building direct relationships with publishers that have the right audience. Those ads can be highly personalized based on each consumer's unique interests and behaviors. Intelligent connections are made, insights are generated, and performance is optimized, all in real time, and way more efficiently than traditional advertising. The precision of programmatic marketing saves money and drives growth for any marketer, any audience. To learn more about how to target and connect intelligently, visit acuityads.com.
So programmatic ad buying typically refers to the use of software to purchase digital advertising, as opposed to the traditional process that involves requests for proposals, or RFPs, human negotiations, and manual insertion orders. It's basically using machines to buy ads. Micro moments occur when people reflexively turn to a device, increasingly a smartphone, to act on a need to learn something, do something, discover something, watch something, or buy something. They are intent-rich moments when decisions are made and preferences are shaped. Take a look at this commercial by Google. So this commercial is focused on getting businesses to advertise on Google via their either AdWords or AdSense platform by showing that in these important moments in people's lives, they are turning to search for the answers. And being a Google business, local business, you'll show up on the top of their search results. So, steps for using programmatic. Number one, it's important for us to identify moments that matter with the target audience that you're focused on. Two, you must design relevant creative that delights your audience, so relevant and personalized creative. Three, you must reach your audience across various screens and various channels. And number four is about analytics. It's important with programmatic advertising to measure the impact and then make changes. Respond quickly to what you're finding out with the analytics. So here's an example of a great programmatic advertising campaign that was done by John Madden football video game.
Wait. First, a little background. People haven't been playing Madden like they used to, even though the NFL is as popular as ever. We wanted to reach that massive audience of football fans and show them that Madden still got its swagger. No, not yet. Just a couple more details. Football season brings team loyalties to a boiling point, and while games unfold on this screen, the rivalries unfold on these. We wanted to add our voice to this conversation immediately as it happened, in a way that only Madden could. Okay. Now, we made the Giferator, the ultimate NFL GIF engine that sandwiches biting smack talk between slices of real Madden footage live as the action happens. The Giferator dynamically picked the right player, the perfect headline, and real-time stat that would take the sting to another level. Big plays, big scores, big wins. Relevant GIFs are generated as plays happened live for every game, every fan, all season long, and published in real-time ads everywhere fans will be looking for game content, targeted based on team loyalties. It all went to another level when we gave the keys to the internet and let fans create their own GIFs as games unfolded live.
Let's see what they come up with here.
Fans loved it. So did teams and players. And the press couldn't get enough. Real-time relevance, real-time rivalries, all season long.
So that is a great example of programmatic advertising that went viral once the ads were put into the hands of users to create their own customizable ads and memes. So here are some other examples. Subway in France offered an option to for users to find out exactly how close they are to the closest Subway store in their region.
The mobile-to-store strategy is a must-have for retailers and restaurants, but how can advertisers know if their campaign is successful when they can't quantify actual visit rates amongst the target audience? Subway France had the same question. Subway is a global franchise brand, among the top 5 fast food players in France, with over 500 operating locations.
Subway partnered with S4M Mobile Technology to create an innovative and measurable mobile-to-store campaign. We were able to target the intended audiences in the most efficient, respectful, and verifiable way, ultimately boosting foot traffic in Subway restaurants.
Here's how we did it. First, we created a hyper-precise mobile audience cluster of fast food consumers using a combination of behavioral data. To start, we geofenced a radius around every Subway restaurant in France to define a zone to target the most relevant audiences. To evaluate the ad's impact, S4M collected anonymous mobile device IDs around Subway restaurants for 30 days before the campaign. We did the same to 4 competing brands, collecting a total of over 8 million device IDs. These IDs were divided into 2 groups. One, a segment of users exposed to the campaign, and the other, a control segment of users not exposed, allowing us to evaluate foot traffic in the restaurants. During the campaign, we only ran Subway ads to the fast food consumers audience cluster when they were in the range of a Subway and during the window of time around lunch or dinner. Users who met those criteria saw S4M's video-to-store creative format on their devices. First, a prompt with a countdown, giving users an option to exit the ad before it begins. After 3 seconds, users will see Subway's current campaign video, as well as the actual distance to the nearest Subway restaurant from their real-time location. After exposure to the campaign, converted users will click on a store locator to be guided to the nearest Subway restaurant. Through this programmatic format, S4M was able to locate users in real time without the need to ask them to enable geolocation. Our results speak for themselves. Subway saw an impressive 47% boost to their foot traffic among those exposed to our campaign. They also saw an uptick amongst visits in all selected restaurants. In one outstanding case, we were able to redirect almost 40% of the consumer traffic from a nearby competitor restaurant into Subway's instead. Half of users exposed watched until the end of the ad and had an impressive click-through rate to the store locator. In mobile campaigns, accidental clicks are commonplace. To curb ad spend waste, S4M guaranteed a buying model based on cost per landing page, which means Subway was only billed for actual rendered impressions, true clicks, and fully loaded landing pages.
With this unique mobile-to-store strategy, Subway was able to deliver the right message to the right individuals at their most receptive moment. By doing so, we were able to avoid any waste in our media spend. We saw a positive impact in our footprint to our restaurants and will continue to seek out this innovative mobile-to-store strategy to better connect with our valued consumers on their smartphones.
What do you think about the mobile-to-store strategy in that they are capturing mobile IDs remotely, and that's how they're figuring out their target? How does that make you feel from a privacy standpoint? Does that make you feel comfortable or uncomfortable? Something to think about this week. Here's another example of programmatic digital banner ads for Lacoste. So it serves people an ad based on their sex, possibly interest in different sports, so you can see a variety of different advertising creative here. Here's another example of Guilt, where you see different ads based on categories that people are placed in based on past purchases or search history. So there's women's, men's, homes, and kids creative. Here's an example of Vichy Labs, which is a skincare company, and you can see that one ad is targeted to women general, and the other one is targeted to women with children.